I'm happy to be here, and I want to show you and share some of my experience that I gained as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, while I was promoting an artificial intelligence products and our own startup that we created. So a bit more about me. My name is Dmytro. I'm co-founder of a product called Captain Growth. This is AI to rule your marketing. And my expertise lies on intersection between data science and marketing. So I was running a digital marketing agency for more than 5 years, which we've transformed to a company which provides data science services. And we was working with huge enterprises in the US and European Union, and then we decided to apply approaches that we used to use for guys like big boys, big companies, to smaller one. And we created the product called Captain Growth. So basically this is data science product for marketing analytics. We grab different data from different data sources like Facebook, Google, any other custom data source. Then we push this data to our AI analytics core, which find insights. This is kind of insight, yeah. So you have some kind of problems during last 30 days in your stores. So our customers see these insights, and then they can make their own decisions. They can execute better marketing decisions in their day-to-day job. And you know the things that here, I put data science product for marketing analytics to explain what we are doing for you, because you are specialists, you know what we are talking about. But for all other people, we say this is that AI to rule your marketing. Do you feel this kind of old promise a bit? We do it not because we want to trick our customers or because we want to give this big old promise. We do it because market forces us. And right now I will explain to you and show some kind of observations about promoting artificial intelligence data science products in the modern world. In the majority of cases, it will be my personal experience, because I haven't found a lot of cool charts, graphs, and reliable researchers about what's going on in this market. So it will be mostly experience that we gained about our losses and about our wins. So the biggest problems that I see right now on data science product AI market is that everything is AI. Is there somebody knows Product Hunt website? Raise your hands if you know Product Hunt. So not a lot of startup guys. So Product Hunt is a kind of directory where people post new products. And I saw that usually 5 new AI code products are launched every day, and people present these products to the market. 5 per day is really a lot. And it looks like a really huge hype, and market is very overcrowded. But we've seen it before, actually, because before everything was cloud, then everything was mobile, then everything was social, and right now everything kind of AI. And while scientists, and probably we all can agree that there is no real AI, it doesn't exist, people have completely another opinion. They have a feeling that customers can find AI, buy AI, and use AI. And it's really weird. And not only customers, but also investors. So right now we are communicating a lot with VCs. We are raising a serious round, and a lot of investors they think that either they can invest in AI, or AI is really close, and they can be part of the story. According to statistics, more than $15 billion were invested in AI startups since 2012, and it means that people with resources, they do believe in AI and want to be part of the story. But this is kind of weird stuff, because thousands of AI products exist, but we still do not see Terminators and Matrix in our world. So what's the reason? I believe that the main reason is that the majority of these products are shitty, they are ineffective, they are buggy, and they simply doesn't do what they should do. And this is the main stuff. And we see kind of weird situation where on the one hand we have high hopes. People do want to try and use data science AI products. I will share with you only one number about our business. Once we launched our first landing page where we explained what we are doing, asking people to sign up and give their data, we had a conversion from the very first initial hypothesis 10%. So from 100 excellent visitors, we get 10 signups. And it's really a lot. As a marketer, I can say you. So people do want to be part of the story, but on the other hand, they have a mistrust. They experience so many bad, low-quality AI products that they want to know like why you are so cool. And we got a lot of messages in Facebook like, please explain me why you are a cool data science product, why you call your AI, and all the things. And I'm actually a bit tired of asking to these questions, but it's my job. Like as a marketer, I should do it. And like trying to figure out like why there's so many AI products right now in the market, I see like maybe 3 main points that caused an AI boom. So for sure, it's first of all, it's open libraries. It's like so easy right now to start your AI startup, and it's like really cost effective. Cloud computing and cloud storages. Like we thought about our first data science startup maybe 5 years ago, and we decided to not go for this idea because it was extremely complicated and extremely expensive. Right now, we made even more complicated idea, but it costs like much less because we can do like quite inexpensive Amazon. We have a lot of libraries. We can test this hypothesis. That's why it's like right now we see boom of data science and AI products in the market. But like the thing is that in the majority of cases, these products, they are kind of working with problems that are already solved. So that is why there are like a lot of almost the same stuff, right? And there are like a couple of main things, couple of main problems that, according to my opinion, data science startups, data science new products faced. So I will share with you like the main pains that we faced, right? So the first one is a cold start problem. Like it's really easy to make a neural network with kind of pre-trained TensorFlow or whatever, but still need the data. You need to get this data to pour it into this even pre-trained neural network. And data is the biggest issue. In our case, we started with the data from marketing activities in Facebook, from your Facebook ads, and we needed to get like a lot of data from Facebook customers. Thanks to our network, we managed to get first 50 customers. Then we launched like a bit like shitty but still working demo and get next 500 customers. And it allows us to solve this initial cold start problem. But if you don't have such network, like I have no idea how to get data from about business, kind of sensitive data about people, especially in EU right now when you have like much more laws that try to organize this process. So first of all, if you want to start your own data science product, think about like cold start problem and where you will have like this basic data to even test your hypothesis. So like, the second stuff, this is simplification. I heard a lot that right now data science is really easy to do. It's almost as a web development on Magento, WordPress, or Shopify. You have platforms, you just apply them, and you get some result. But it's only partially true. For sure, it's easy to start. It's easy to try some kind of new things. But data science is not a commodity. If you want to truly productize something, you need to spend much more resources and much more time on it. So that is why usually simplification drives to worse products. For example, in our case, we do not use almost like any open source libraries, like except NumPy, some kind of basic stuff. So right now we for sure have a hype of data science products, but I believe that it will convert into high quality things quite soon, and it will be like really a huge market, even if scientists will tell that AI doesn't exist. So main trends in the market, and where does this market go right now, right? So the main trend that I see that it moves like all data science from enterprise to mass market products. 3 years ago, if you want to run some data science inside your company, you for sure should have like quite experienced data scientist, which is quite expensive guy. But right now, you have so many different SaaS products, so many different solutions, and in result, you shouldn't hire these people for a full time. You can even like let your developers that know some Python try to do something and integrate it in your business pipeline. So data science was a toy only for big boys back to even like 2015, but right now it's affordable for everyone. And we also make this affordable for small medium businesses as well. what is really interesting is like top industries where data science can be applied and where people are waiting for AI data science products. Like usually this top remains the same, and I try to track all these positions and like know what is like in the trend right now. And advertising and marketing, Internet of Things, cybersecurity, all these things, financial and insurance, they're always in the top for sure. But there's only like really one interesting thing, which is healthcare. Even 1 year ago, it wasn't so popular. You know, like it was kind of a weird stuff. Somebody tried to do something, but right now it's like top 2, and people are waiting for healthcare products and AI, which help to save their lives and make their lives better. So think about it. If you have such idea, you can easily push it on the market, and you can easily communicate with investors because they also see such ratings. The next beautiful thing that I personally see, this is like that if you develop a data science startup, you will not have competition in the majority of cases with the huge platforms. Because Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and any other huge companies, they're not creating like end-to-end data science products. They're usually creating infrastructures. So they understand that a lot of people want to create their own data science products, their own AI, and that is why it's much better to provide these developers with infrastructure and get money from them than like just create these products from scratch by yourself. So this is kind of a nice thing that you will compete with the same indie developers, with the same small, medium guys as you are. And in result, you will sell your product to end customers, especially to customers that are ready to pay for your money. If we're talking about B2B, so like I'm mostly involved in B2B niche, and in our case, like customers pay to us money and we get revenue directly for them. So we need to understand what kind of, you know, interest these customers have. What do they expect from data science and AI products? This is the next slide. Is completely my experience that we gained. There's like no research in the internet about it, so like please feel free to ask any questions later. So like the first one, customers want to have a personalized product. So they want to see that this is kind of created and adjusted especially for me. And they think that data science is able to do it. So in our case, for example, caption growth for a big business, for a small e-commerce, and for, let's say, educational for this conference will be 3 different caption growths with 3 different approaches. So that is why people like it. So personalization is probably the key point. The second stuff, they want to make AI does dirty job instead of them. So they are waiting for some kind of automations. If you don't have automations, feel a bit uncomfortable. They will not think that this is true AI. And other guys will say that we have automations and we have true AI. So this kind of competition in this area. The third thing that they are waiting for decision making, for predictions. They want to see that this machine is able to make decisions better than me, and it can offer me this decision. So like that is why, like, if you have some kind of opportunity to use prediction modeling to make some kind of decision making, I do advise to do it and integrate in your product. And some like lessons that we learned from our launches. So far we have more than 2,000 customers. We work with more than 10 huge enterprises. So we got quite a lot of experience talking to ordinary people and to big companies. And like I faced some kind of really interesting stuff while I was promoting, because I'm responsible for marketing in our product. So the first thing, people want to know that this is AI, they appreciate it, it drives more interests, but they don't care what kind of AI you have. They don't care that you have kind of rule induction or machine learning or unsupervised machine learning. They don't want to dive into all your technical details. They just want to get a value. So this is the main point. And like, I was really surprised that people are not really interested in what kind of technology we have. They just want to understand what kind of value we can bring to them. The second thing that right now data science and AI part is almost like kind of must-have thing. It's not a competitive advantage anymore. So everybody, like every new product right now, says that they have some kind of data science part which is able to make something magical. So like that is why it's not the main competitive advantage. You should think about another things that will make your customers happy. And probably like the most shocking thing that I faced, people, despite of all regulations, all laws, they do not care about their data. So like I was really surprised when one of the biggest startups in the world, multi-billion company, gave to us their data about their all Facebook advertising, about all their spends, revenues, cost per leads, acquisitions, all the things, because their app and they're collecting all this data inside in their Facebook business manager. They transferred this data to no brand company, to a new startup which exists only one day after just like a tick and consent online. So people are ready to share this data, and you shouldn't like sign a lot of NDAs and all these things. If they want to try a product, if they have this desire inside of them, they will do it like and transfer blindly all the super sensitive data that they have. I was really surprised on it. During last year, we signed only 3 NDAs with companies, and after trial. So they transferred our data, they made a trial, and only after they asked, oh, maybe we have an NDA. But up to this moment, we had all their data about like the last 3 years of their marketing. So like this is really weird, but just trust me. Like people, if they want, data issues is not an issue at all, even in EU. The next topic is that like people do want to pay less. So pay $100 for AI. Right now, it's okay. So they always want to get cheaper offer, and this is also a part of competition because like you compete not only with other data science products, but you compete with more simple stuff. And usually, especially smaller customers, they have a limited budget, so you should be cheap. And we managed to make our product really cheap, which starts only from $24, and we worked a lot on decreasing our computational costs to make it really affordable for everyone. The next story that like when you say that you have an AI part, they are waiting for proactivity. So customers consider you not just a like simple tool, like a knife with which they cut something. They consider you as a teammate. They are waiting for proactivity from your end. So like that is why the expectations are higher, and they want to like do some job instead of them. They want to make offers. So like they're kind of waiting for teamwork from your software. And also, it's a part of customer support. So we spend quite a lot of customer support right now to make this like feeling of a teammate. And like what is really important, I think that it's important to be frank and show who stands behind this product. So we made a lot of videos about our background and to explain who we are, why you should trust us, why like do we develop what we are doing right now. So if you explain all these reasons, it increases trust, and people right now actually are interested in data scientists and developers and all these things. So they want to see a face of a person who are doing the things. So this market is like quite complicated right now. People do want to get it, but they don't understand like how to manage it correctly and like how much they are ready to pay, what kind of values they get. So it's really a emerging market right now, despite of all talks about AI for many years. So if there are anybody who want to start their own data science or maybe even AI product, I think that it's the right time to do it. Thank you for attention, and like I'm sorry for delaying. Happy to see so much people here. Thank you.